Sometimes I'm really glad to escape the city. I know they've got problems up here as well, but I tend not to notice. I'm not forced to watch my back, look over my shoulder, avoid the beggars, their pleas for cash. No, I can drown it all out when I return home. I've come here so many times loaded with hang-ups, worries, depression, and let myself be soothed by the landscape. I just don't have to think about the pathetic little things that grind me down. I forget for a little while. Forget about my own problems and the problems of others. When I'm out here alone, I'm part of something so much bigger. A strong, raw power enthuses me. No need or desire to boil it up in a spoon and inject it. I don't enjoy that anymore.
These excerpts are from a short film I made with my wife Denise called Opus Morphia. The title summed it up. This was an open display of our joint love of the drug culture we had embraced. I knew that our romance would always play a role subordinate to the opiates we injected. Denise had a huge tolerance. I was a novice in comparison, but she taught me a great deal in the time we had together. Sometimes I've wished I'd never learned about this chaotic and deadly subculture. The various devotees who intellectualized the subject into the polemics of junk. These became a huge source of inspiration to me. We developed our own distinct language and rituals, which further alienated us from the real world. The hypnotic action of opiate drugs drew me deep down within myself, covering all traces of the hang-ups which led me there in the first place. But I knew it was also turning me conceited and lethargic. After a period of tortured withdrawal in a clinic, I tried to distance myself from the scene. For the next 10 years, I was continually haunted by the spectre of this dark faith. Somehow, I would have to put this ghost to rest forever. This part of me, which I had never come to terms with, and the missing years I wouldn't account for. To progress, I had to go back and see what it was all about. I wanted to learn about myself through the lives of current heroin addicts. How did they survive? How did they finance their habits? What had they found in heroin and did it make them happy? But I really needed to find out how I'd handle the experience. The camera would help me to keep my distance, whilst allowing me to create a detailed observation of the addict's lifestyle. I hoped that my role as observer would remain intact and that I would have the strength not to become a participant once again. A potentially destructive journey, perhaps, but one I just had to undertake. Dennis lives in a tiny bedsit in the west end of Glasgow with his son Chris and Chris's partner Michelle. In his mid-50s, he's one of the old guard of users, originally developing a habit in London in the 1960s. He used to hang out around Piccadilly Circus, scoring pharmaceutical heroin from registered addicts. Chris rapidly developed an addiction after realizing club drugs weren't enough. He used to sell contraband tobacco and cigarettes around the pubs, but now shoplifts. They've both been forced to work for small-time gangster Tony.
That is the most unbelievable fucking close, man.
You alright?
Aye. Fucking every door in that close deals.
Yeah?
Alright. What's good to fuck? Yeah, just one of those closes where out of 6 there's maybe one boarded up and the other 5 houses have like dealers in there. You know, it might be families big families from grandparents.
Yeah.
So on 3 generations. It's just, you know what I mean, when I'm feeling like this, I can't really be annoyed running after the stuff. I don't mind it when I'm feeling fine or fine by that. I mean, you know, on form, let's say, not feeling sort of apprehensive.
Yeah, but you said something about the close. I mean, what was it? There was a kids in it or something? What was it?
Just kids running about as per usual, give my money to the sort of woman that's obviously whose business it is, and then the kid gives me the bags, you know what I mean? Which just shows you that these people have like no scruples, basically. It's fair enough in a way, you know, but fuck it, man, it wouldn't be my children, it would hold whatever, 13, 14, 20 pounds bags of smack, fuck that.
Yeah. And what's that? How much have you got there? What's that you got in your hand there?
2 scores, 35 quid's worth. Fuck. Where the fuck did that go? Surely you caught it on camera.
I don't know.
Where's your leg on it? What's your left leg? Before I what I bought that $1 too. Oh, fucking hell. You're gonna have to lift your left leg, Dave, because we need to check the...
It's down there, somewhere.
Down here?
It's down, flipped down there.
What, this seat?
I think it flipped down under there. I know it can't have gone far.
No, but it's holding a fucking thing in an ounce of hash in the corner if I'm going to just go back. Can that seat go back? Jump out a second and see if Leave this. It's difficult. Put your hand through.
Okay, right, enough of that, eh? You're not used to it, Chris.
Hmm?
You're not used to handling gear, that's what it is.
It's probably it's too hot to handle.
Dennis had been living here for some years. Chris and his girlfriend moved in recently, and suddenly Dennis was a junkie again. I don't know how the couple had time for intimacy, but usually that's not important on heroin. The only time I saw them close was when they shot each other up. So this is another bag you're having today.
See, when you're doing shoplifting, you've got this sort of, it's like a fake aura of invisibility, right? That's what diazepam and temazepam do. It's having smack before you go out shoplifting. It's the same thing, it just gives you a wee boost. Makes you feel more confident because you know that if you get to jail, you've had a hit just before you go out, and you can last the few hours that they're going to keep you inside. Think about the actual needle. Oh, once that needle's in your arm, and once you put its contents in your arm, and all the pain goes away, it's just totally soothing. It's really easy to put people who are getting a hit through a lot of pain. And little Ray and DL are classic at it. Anyway, that's another hit. Don't really feel it that much, but it will help. And we better shoot. Fucking hell, man, that took too long,
What you got there?
What did we get there?
Nice stainless steel cutlery.
A nice set of cutlery which will grace somebody's table. Hopefully get Chris some kit.
Is that it?
That's it.
goals. And a very simple goal. 6 goals in consecutive games.
Still some wintry showers
Go and
in the north and east.
stay, like to get away. Chris went, I went up,
Keeping his place in the
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang! It's not a bad day, so you have your up days, you have bad days, you have some days standing in front of the television when you're trying to watch it, even though it's only football. Stuff's got to get wiped off. Sorry, no violence. Dad, man, I'm fucking trying to watch this fucking... Get the fuck.
Capac, have you heard of them? They're morphine based. Yeah, we stone off them. Wow.
As I think that'll come from Monday and Wednesday, and that'll come from Wickham
There it is, then.
4 important games I feel now.
I'd known Ray for quite a few years, but in the last year or so, he had really started to degenerate. Here was an intelligent guy going very quickly out of control. He had progressed from chasing a tenner bag on a Saturday night to buying a quarter ounce a week. I knew he'd end up with a needle habit. It just had to happen. Some say you have to smoke 2 or 3 times more to get the pleasure of a good shot. Despite this economy drive, Ray was still spending all of his wages on heroin. He was in debt to the bank and owed large sums of money to his friends and family. Increasingly isolated, he's ended up in a flat sublet by the same Tony that Chris and Dennis are forced to work for. I caught up with him one cold Sunday morning as he tried to score.
So the guy wasn't in then? So...
Nah. Either he's not in or he's in his bed. His cars are outside, so I think he's in, but there's no noises or anything at the door, so I think he's just fucking sleeping in.
So that's like you're still withdrawing at the moment and
Yep.
you're feeling pretty bad?
Oh, we're gonna have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Up to Rock Hill or something.
I was very wary about following Ray up to Rock Hill with the camera. Bordering on the cultured and generally upmarket west end of Glasgow, it's an area notorious for heroin dealing and indiscriminate violence. Ray didn't want to linger around here. Even if he did manage to score, there was still the danger of being lifted by the police.
Hey, it's Ray. Hey? No? Couple of tenner bags? Alright, no problem.
What happened? Went up there and May wasn't in.
No, May is in, but she says she's no go.
She didn't go anything?
Nope. Like I said, Sunday's a bastard of a day to try and score.
Yeah, why is that, I wonder?
I don't know. I think it's all the dealers get up late on a Sunday, you know, party Saturday night.
Yeah.
And get up till like 2 or something on a Sunday.
So, come back down and...
So it goes on. I'll have to just wait and see if I can get Johnny up later.
What's the main feeling in your body that's bad?
Well, it's not any one thing, it's just a lifelessness, you know. General shitty feeling. It'll get worse, but usually a head should hold you about, 24 hours at the most, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's when it starts hitting you. Killing time again. Another half an hour, Go back to Johnny's, see if he's up. Hopefully he'll be up this time. It's about 4 o'clock now.
So Ray went back up to score again. This time, he was more successful. The dealer was in. The pain and anguish of withdrawal would be subdued for a while, and he could relax for the evening. Chris was also there. He was desperately trying to flog stolen goods in exchange for heroin.
Well, are you going to have a bit? Because I'm not going out to sell stuff and then all the way back down.
Honestly, since I've done sold out,
No, because I'm going out to sell stuff.
No problem. He's in at last. Thank God for that. Fuck.
What's that you got there then?
That's a score deal.
Oh, that's you sorted
20
then.
quid's worth.
Yeah, that's you
Let's
sorted.
go.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's a great relief. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Feel normal again.
Okay.
Get on with the shit, you know. Get ready for work tomorrow.
People must suspect you at work and shit. I mean,
Oh, I'm sure there's rumours flying about, but
you've had the odd day off.
as long as they can't prove anything, you know.
I mean, you're unusual that you hold down a job. So many of these other guys don't.
But it's getting, you know, it's getting a bit close to trouble, you know. I don't know, I've had a couple of warnings, verbal warnings for being late and sick and things like that, you know.
What you
It's
been
just
doing
like-
out scoring? Just yeah.
Oh, 'cause some of the time, you know, if you're rattling, you just can't go to work, you know. The prospect of going in, working 12 hours, you know, it's just, you know, just can't do it sometimes. So. I mean, I plan to get off this shit anyway. Probably try and get a script next week.
You're trying to get a meth script arranged.
Well, it seems like, you know, things are pointing that way.
Until recently, Ray had been sharing the flat with fellow junkie and shoplifter, DL. The partnership came to an abrupt end when DL was sent to Barlinnie prison on a theft charge. Without DL, Ray was incapable of shoplifting and had been borrowing more and more from Tony. And you owe him a load of money.
Oh, truckload, aye.
Yeah,
I think that's my next 2 or 3 wages accounted for.
right. Do you think you're ever going to get around to paying them off, or what?
Probably. I mean, I don't really like to do a run or anything, you know, but... things are a bit different since DL got put away. You know, basically, in a lot of ways, he was the main man. You know, things revolved around him. He was excellent as a thief.
So you're working
Stealing.
as like a bagman or
Aye, so a backup guy, decoy. You know, just going in, keeping people busy while he, you know, walks out with a case of booze or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised what you can get away with. You know.
He's such a suspicious looking character, yet he got away with so much.
He looks like a loony, but I think people just tend to think he's harmless and leave him alone, you know.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of brass neck, you know. Try a lot of things that
And what kind of
most
stuff
people
you see him
wouldn't.
doing there? Stuff like, you know...
Walking out of an office, I'll say, with a case of champagne, going into a dressing room and putting on a £450 Crombie coat, walking out with it, you know. Well, he got away with it for so long, but, you know, caught up with him, you know.
Because you sorted, so how long do you think that'll keep you together?
Well, tonight will be okay. I'll get some sleep tonight. You know.
What about tomorrow? Have you got to go to work? Are you going to get sorted before you go to work?
Probably not. I don't know. I'll be up. Seeing Tony later. Maybe, maybe I'll get something for tomorrow, but maybe not, you know.
Well, we're not off to Dover today, we're off to Stirling, one of the ancient cities of Scotland.
And what's the reason for this? Why are you doing a Stirling trip?
Simple reason is they don't know us there. Try not to get caught. I'm on a year suspended sentence.
Have you not got a warrant out just now? Who's got the warrant?
But it's not going to be effective for a couple of weeks, so...
Yeah. Kirgy. So what you had today, Chris? 20 quid's worth?
Well,
So that...
you need a good amount.
And you had some Valium as well?
Yes, one Valium, a good 10 milligram Valium on a blue one.
And that's got you set up
I don't know, the more pacified you are, the easier it is.
to do your shoplifting.
I've got to try a look in a different city. It might be hopeless, it might be good.
What kind of stuff do you think you're going to get today?
I can't really say. You know, we'll obviously go for items that we think will sell. You know, watches are good. Perfume, it's all that sort of stuff.
Okay, yeah. So what's happened then?
It was a nice small haul out of that shop there.
Yeah.
Transferred it to my bagman, who's now carrying it. If you see him, tell him I'm away in there for a minute, and then I'm going to go to Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah. So Chris and Dennis had had a successful day. The trip to Stirling had amassed over £200 worth of goods, which would be sold in the ramshackle pubs of Maryhill. Perhaps they'll make £60 or £70, which will all go on heroin. Those 2 or 3 grams will be gone by the weekend. One thing they have to make sure is that they have enough smack to go out shoplifting again. Without it, the nerve is gone and no money will be had. To work efficiently, the junkie's lifestyle has to be tightly regulated. And so, the addict's life is one permeated with dread and panic. It's not an easy lifestyle, and once the initial novelty has worn off, there are few moments of real euphoria and relaxation. Most addicts realise how trapped they are within this cycle, and going straight becomes a real concern. Chris, Dennis and Michelle are doubly trapped due to their debts. This time they kept the money they made, but inevitably, Tony will come looking for what is owed.
We've paid him 160 quid in the last 5 days, and he's got it down as about 60. Now that is straight up.
He basically thinks he owns us all, and he thinks we're all his, doesn't he? And he's like, you'll do this
And how much do you owe him now?
and you.
What's your bill down to now?
It's at just above 200. To him, it's at 300.
I've got it at 260. Take it away. I gave him another.
You've got it written down there?
Yeah.
Tony's debt.
That takes it down to about 240, but then we got 2 bags off him the other night there, so it's still at about 260, and he's got it at about 340.
So that's coming down every week, and the things you're stealing,
Yeah.
he takes them and gives you what, a third of the
Some
price?
of the stuff.
Half the price? What does he give you?
That can happen thirds to half, depending on the goods.
Michelle had found work. This, coupled with the serious stress of her lifestyle, convinced her it was time to come off. She eventually got on a methadone program, cleaned herself up, and left Chris. But for the others, the cycle just continues. I was pleased to hear that Ray was trying to kick his habit, but I knew it was doomed to fail as long as he stayed at Tony's flat. In the company of other users, he would have no chance. I also felt the old urges coming back again. Generally, you're getting your act together and, you're
Pretty much, yeah.
cutting down.
Pretty much. I mean,
What about the debt? The debt's gone down, is it?
we'll do next month, and then it'll be cleared. Maybe some of the last one left, it's still paying him off, Everyone else is dodging him. So Dino and Chris.
Tony and his brother Al soon appeared, and the conversation turned to violence.
We're going to put the door right in. They're going to be in their beds because they say tell him he's not getting fuck up. So then for a shock of their life. And then for a shock of their life, I might actually just strip the whole contents of the house.
How much do they owe you then? What is this all about?
763 quid to be precise.
Drug money?
Drug money. My percentage of profits. But I think it's Chris that's saying no, don't fucking give me money, no. I've told him that's his last chance. But 4 times in a row I've let him away with it. But
So payback time, is it?
payback time, yes. Quite
Yeah, but a bit of cut then.
cut.
And that was it. Tony handed me the tin foil and I just couldn't say no. Well, I thought, what's the harm in a little chase? But those initial hits can be so dangerous, and it doesn't take long to build up a new drug habit, especially if you'd had one in the past.
Come on in, yeah. Is that the right bit? Dude. Listen here, right.
How's it going?
No. Sorry.
Listen here, bro. That's gotta be done. That's a couple of holes already.
Can't see them very clearly now. They're not sticking up.
No, don't worry.
Dave, do you want to get this?
Fucking thing.
Too much.
I know, for fuck's sake. Oh. Okay.
That was a kind of not a good idea, that thing. I'd felt intimidated by Al, and so gave him the hit. There's an art to finding a vein on a junkie, but it's not really a skill worth boasting about. I found myself increasingly getting a feel for the needle again. There was a real fear of what lay ahead, but I knew I had to finish the film,
whatever the cost.
Yeah, baby. Take me high.
It just seemed like another Saturday afternoon following Chris around Ruckhill and Postle. I was determined this time, however, to get some better shots of a letterbox deal in action. The dangers were self-evident. We'd been chased before by a bat-wielding thug. I therefore decided to use a smaller camera, which was much easier to conceal, and we headed along Mansion Street. Mansions these were not. The deal fell through. There was a suspicion that the drug squad were close by. As we left, we found out just how close they were.
Your gentlemen, please. No problems. Just the camera. Small camera. Switch off.
Chris was lucky he hadn't scored after all. We were all taken to Sargent Street Police Station, where I was charged under the Misuse of Drugs Act and detained overnight. They pressurised Chris to make a statement against me, and he was eventually released. My flat was raided, but luckily I'd removed all the master tapes for the film. Twice I was charged during the making of this project, and each time I was acquitted, or the charges were dropped. It seemed as if people were starting to work their lives out. Chris and Dennis got on the methadone program and were almost off heroin. Ray was definitely off and was well on the way to clearing his debt with Tony. Dennis cooked up one last hit.
But you don't feel you need to do it every day?
Don't need to do it every day. It's a myth that it's hard to get off. It was almost like an alien behaviour. An alien in me doing it all. Wasn't it, Chris?
What?
And now we don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You so often find these great declarations uttered from junkie lips, usually just after a hit, and usually just another throwaway statement. But I actually thought they all had a chance, a good chance. Then one night, DL showed up, fresh from Barlinnie prison. Everything was thrown into turmoil. With his tolerance right down, he prepared a potentially lethal cocktail of heroin and temazepam. Temazepam, or jellies, as they're called on the junk scene. It's a downer which comes in capsules of varying strengths. When the jelly-like inner core is squeezed out and injected, the resulting sensation is a complete numbing of mind and body. The intravenous solution can quickly turn into a wax, blocking veins and leading to the loss of limb, or even loss of life through coronary thrombosis. But DL wasn't worried about that. In fact, as the drug took effect, he had no worries at all.
Again, get another one.
I guess it will get into this one. Let you pour it in. It'll not go through the needle. Forget it. This is a new one. It's not coming out that way either. Hey, Swav, what are you doing? Come on, Davey.
Dennis was desperate to get DL out of the house, but it looked like he wasn't moving anywhere.
Right, Swav, that you? What's going on in there? Oh, come on, get it in.
My heart's still there.
Hey, if you don't want it, keep it. I'll keep it for later.
And that was DL well and truly fixed for the night. He wouldn't be going anywhere. He was lucky he survived to the morning. I knew from experience that it's a bad idea hanging out with other addicts if you're trying to kick the habit. Even ex-addicts are a danger to one another. It can take some time for a novice to become truly addicted. Second time around, however, it strikes with a real vengeance. It can hit anyone, anytime, anywhere. Hiding behind the camera wouldn't save me. DL was staying over at Ray's place. Tony was now getting a double rent on the slum flat. Ray felt he could handle a little chase. At least he wasn't shooting it up.
Oh God, that familiar taste.
How long was that since you had a smoke then?
About 6 weeks.
6 weeks since you've been using?
Mm-hmm.
And that was Ray using again. DL had decided to stop shoplifting. It was too dangerous. He still had outstanding charges to appear in court over.
See what I get caught for before? I actually get jailed there in February. Oh, right. Like the 6 bottles of champagne Fiesta. Still go for that. Yeah. Oh, that's bad news. 2 bottles of Armani out in Edinburgh. Right. So is there any chance you could end up back in? What?
I mean, you were off in the jail and now you're using again.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well, you're not got a habit though.
I've not got a habit, so
yeah.
aye.
You just having a...
I suppose you class having a habit as using. Aye.
Well...
So you could say I'm dabbling.
Did you not
start thinking about a lot of things?
Worry a lot about like all the stuff, like the money you were owing people and stuff? And...
No, because I knew I was getting out of it. It wasn't
yeah,
if I wasn't,
justify
you know.
All that stuff in your head.
All that? No.
Like, I mean, all the debts, because you were totally...
I don't try to justify. It's done, you know.
Yeah,
it's done.
But it was like quite a crazy episode in your life. No, just like the heroin had such a pull on you.
Yeah, but you can't really blame the stuff, you know, totally.
I mean, there's going to be quite a few people, I suppose, pissed off at you that are going to have difficulty to...
Well, it's up to me to try and make it up, you know, try and bridge the gap again. I've only just started
as long as you
getting back in contact with my family. I only just started writing to my sister. I wrote, and she was pretty pleased to hear, you know, how I was getting on and stuff. I still haven't written to my dad or anything, you know. See, I was in the night, I had the blood test. Came back positive for Hep C. Yeah? Well, what does it do to you? It damages your liver, basically.
DL had been sharing his drugs with others, and more than likely his blood diseases as well. A comical and yet influential character, he brought a little junkie community together at his friend Sam's house. All thoughts of abstinence and self-discipline were forgotten as they crowded around for a hit. That's right. Is that any good, Ray? Take a second to feel it.
It's okay, I can feel it. I didn't take that much.
So that's basically the whole pile of shooting up going on here simultaneously. So you're taking this all out the same spoon, I've seen.
that
get
one?
30
Put some
out.
back. Put some back.
30 out.
Is that you're taking more?
Why not?
Oh, aye.
I'm talking about 90.
Exactly.
You've heard 90. What the fuck?
Aye, you haven't.
30,
Let's
no,
use that before
it was
you
90.
use it, eh?
How can I?
How can't you? It's fucking you. I don't want.
There's one there.
Oh, piss off, man.
What's up with that one?
How can you not let us use that one? You've just used one, right? You've just had a fucking needle. That's probably a fucking...
preach.
Yeah, we can stick a bit
Don't
more
preach.
preach. Don't fucking spread. Don't contaminate.
By pulling their resources together, everyone was having regular hits, even if they were quite small and they had to fight for a good share. There was also the potential for chaotic arguments.
Mean man.
Heroin, after all, is no love
If you don't want
drug.
to fucking try and get it, just leave it. I'll get...
Look, I'm trying to do now.
What did he do?
I thought the camera, this is serious business, son.
Right in his leg.
You want to be custody, you better free, you better out the name.
I don't know what
But you
diseases
can. Make it
other
easy
people
on
have. That's
yourself.
really stupid deal.
You know what?
You shouldn't be doing that.
Tell us again what happened to your leg there.
He dropped a needle onto my knee.
Intentionally?
Intentionally, yeah.
Accidentally.
Intentionally.
I didn't mean it.
I'm going to try and squeeze the split out.
Oh, nonsense.
No.
It's not blood, I think I'm not.
Contamination.
Scotty Davy wants
Gear.
I'm quite cautious about how the cleanliness of the works, and always use.
Sam and his brother Dan claim to be using heroin as a therapeutic tool. They believe it stabilizes their mental health.
And only take kit to let feel. The reason I think.
Folks, please.
Right, the reason why I'm into the kit, I take kit is because.
Can we stop? Give him a cup of water.
The reason I take kit is I feel like I fucked myself up, my health up about a year and a half ago, and through sharing works, and this is my own belief, and only take kit to October 97. There's an episode that's when I first experimented it. I snorted it for about 4 or 5 years prior to that, and I hadn't had any adverse reactions, any comeback. But I decided to experiment and try it out of curiosity.
Having a shot.
It alleviated the symptoms of fatigue and loss of mental function.
Cognitive skills. Right. So you feel a whole person again on heroin?
Well, until as long as it lasts, I wouldn't take it if I otherwise felt fine. I felt what considered normal. Before I started using it regularly, I was quite depressed. I took a heroin overdose after about 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah?
Of jacking my job in.
Intentionally?
Yeah.
What, to try and kill yourself?
Yep. I bought a gram of heroin, which is about £70 worth.
Yeah?
And snorted that. Made out into 4 lines.
Yeah.
Snorted 4 lines. After writing out a note to explain why I was doing this, the next thing I knew was paramedics had arrived and they were trying to resuscitate me, get me on my feet again.
Yeah.
I think they gave me what you call it, heart massage, and they stuck the end of a pen under my fingertips to try and get some kind of response from me. And once they got me back on my feet again, got me in the ambulance, took me to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I was given a shot of adrenaline. At the time when I was resuscitated, I didn't want to be resuscitated. When I was.
You wanted to die?
Yeah, I was pissed off that it had been found.
Gee.
And the next day, a psychiatric doctor saw me and told me that it'd be for my benefit if I went to Weary Lee Mental Hospital.
Yeah.
And so I volunteered to do that rather than being sectioned.
Right.
So I stayed there for about a month.
There's various ways of making cash.
Okay.
DL's a good shoplifter and he's taught the others his skills.
Whiskey will always sell, you know, if it's reasonable price, you know.
He also sells goods he finds in skips and rubbish bins.
Hang on, Dad, don't go in the me.
There was one occasion where he opened a discarded biscuit tin and found £500 in cash.
Come in, mate, huh?
More often than not, though, he steals booze and sells it to pubs at a knockdown price. He certainly taught Dan and Ray a few tricks.
But when you put the champagne into the trolley, don't put it straight in the bag first, just put it inside, just put it amongst all your other shopping. And then when you go to a quiet aisle, then transfer the equipment.
Right.
Nervous, running away like that. Looks like he got away anyway, no one's chasing him or anything. How many did you get?
There was only 2 left.
All right. Only 2 of any kind?
Yeah.
Jesus. 2.
Did they know you there?
No, but that's the first time I've done that, so...
So how did you know about this place? Somebody put you on?
Sam's been here before and flogged a few bottles, so it seems to be an okay place to come.
Yeah, let's go.
Feds!
Nah, shafted. Empty. Oh, hey, so...
Fucking beauty, Calvin Klein 1. On you gecko.
Oh, this one.
Hey, she's a bit. No?
Hi.
Fuck off.
That's all right.
What, come in, Mason?
These.
Well, have you any idea what you want for them?
You could, yeah, okay, right, we'll take it with that, and then you could maybe sort of...
See, but 30 quid a lot.
We've got
another bag full and
we've got
another
over twice as many, and you can have them for 20 quid the lot if you want. Up there.
100. Soft sale. 2 on the gang.
There's nothing really there. It has to be kind of cult indie stuff from the 80s really. Late 70s has to be disco 12-inch now.
What would you offer for the lot?
Nothing, because we haven't got the space. I'd give you a quid for these 2 for myself.
That's right each?
No, a quid for the 2.
What's he done? He's done something, hasn't he?
I think we should leave that wee bit of ticket on, dear.
No, but shouldn't he? What makes it,
Chris, let's have a look. See? You just got that out of that place just now. Does it say Barry Manilow box set?
Gonna have to go away, dude.
What's the price of it?
£69.95.
Do you think that's going to sell?
Hopefully. Barry Manilow's quite popular, is he not? Right, I'm going to try a private sale first, right? Because I really don't want to have to take the price ticket off.
Okay, cheers.
sale then, Chris?
Nope.
You've left with all that junk.
It means I'm going to have to walk around the pubs now with the Barry Manilow CDs, which I can't really be annoyed doing.
I don't know.
Feel that?
Yeah. Ow. That's a dead weight.
$8.
Sam, Dan and Ray had done well. The stolen books would be sold in second-hand shops for hard cash. All their money goes on one big score.
They scored some kit up in Rockhill, and things should go smoothly. I'm buying an 1/8 of an ounce.
And how much is that?
That's 150 quid.
Yeah.
£50.
Yeah.
I'm a bit wary, but I'm gonna.
That's right.
I'm gonna see it first. I won't hand over the money until I've seen the goods.
Yeah. He's been bumped.
Fucking stupid, he's gave the money away, the fucking idiot.
Oh no.
Without getting any gear. They'll tell you everything, Don't believe a word they say. You cannot believe one word they say.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time believing them. Just forget about believing what they say. Show me the goods, your gear and the money. It's as simple as that.
Not a happy man.
Not really, no. It's a bit of a pisser, isn't it?
Yeah.
Losing 50 quid.
Your brother?
Yeah. If he hadn't acted so kind of affirmative, if he'd been a bit wary about it, then I would have went up and tried to sort it out.
Yeah.
But because he was like so sure, so confident, I thought, well, you know, he's not going to fuck this up.
Yeah.
But he has. My mistake was the handover. I shouldn't have handed over the money without.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And I should know better.
Yeah, you said that beforehand. But that's what you said beforehand about not handing over
trust
money.
anyone. I hand over the money and I feel real stupid.
So Ray decided to put up the money for another 1/8. Chris went to get it this time.
You know, I genuinely do feel sorry for Ray.
Yeah.
A wee bit, sort of more, less so for Dan, you know, because I don't know, it's nothing personal. And Sam's a fucking dick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Deserves everything he gets, and can't put a cigarette in my mouth. And you know, the fact that he even handed the money over just proves that he's a fucking numbskull.
Wait, let's see it. Oh, it's a bag.
It's quite fluffy.
Well, Mum would come in here and just throw it out the window.
Would she? Do you want me to move this now?
Let her do it then. Should we do that?
Let her do this now.
Will you block her from getting in if she's
a bit dodgy walking through the hall with this now.
Just putting fucking paranoia into people's heads, man. You shush and chop it. You can fucking listen. Cut a fucking 8-foot in your house, man. Do it then.
That's actually quite a lot, you know. Why don't?
I do it then. Just look like that.
What you do is fold each corner in like that. Right. And then you fold that over and that goes in, tucks in there.
As Ray dished out the hits, I spoke to Sam and Dan's mother in the corridor outside.
This generation, there isn't the work as there used to be. So, but still, you know, you You can't have people sitting around watching TV and shoplifting. You know, I mean, that's not really very helpful, is it? I mean, people are willing to do things for a small amount of money if they feel they're in control, don't they? There's a simple point of view and there's a complex one. Simple one is that Jesus died for your sins. Complicated one, and you must receive him as your saviour. If you want to get to heaven, that is the truth of the matter. Otherwise, when you get to heaven, you will have no protection from the powers of darkness.
Give us it now. Sam, it's getting pushed. It's getting pushed.
They've just taken Sam's hit.
But they've got their own stuff.
They've obviously finished it.
That's really greedy.
It wasn't greedy, it's just really ignorant and rude.
I want you to go, man. Two of you. A lot of respect from this house. That means.
Oh, respect you very much. What's happening? What's happening? Really?
Hey, see me.
Yes,
Should have fucking embarrassed myself. Don't come back.
Don't come back.
DL had been moving from flat to flat since he'd left prison. He was now living with Chris and Dennis. Together, they were an elite shoplifting team.
These are the spoils from yesterday. Were you involved in this, DL?
I was. There's nice turquoise jumpers with about 16th century crystal here. It's... Now, how much would you like for this? No, the house is mad enough.
That's a freebie for Killer Arties to get up.
So where did this stuff come from?
Edinburgh.
Yesterday.
The goods were sold to regular punters in Ruck Hill, and the cycle continued once more. But things don't always go smoothly, and lack of hygiene can lead to a dirty hit, an inevitability which every addict experiences.
It's a fucking fud. It's a fud, dog. A fud.
What's happened to him, Dennis? Really? A dirty hit?
Oh no.
The cold sweat, aching limbs, heaving stomach, and thumping head are relentless. None of the painkiller effect of the heroin seems to make any difference.
Might make him spasm. Plus.
They tore down some of the most notorious streets in Ruck Hill at the end of '99. Many of the dealers decanted to nearby Billsland Drive, the compensation money helping nicely. Certain streets become tainted with notoriety, and probably will remain that way until they too are demolished. As for the characters we followed over the year, little has changed. Most of them realise how trapped they are, but seem powerless to do anything about it. Sometimes they find new sources for buying heroin. Better deals, better prices. Always on the lookout to save some cash or try out some harebrained scheme. Chris and Dennis stole heaps of left-hand shoes from shop displays until they got a right-hand match. Sam and Dan tried to import heroin directly from a contact in Pakistan, but never received their package. They tried to grow opium poppies in their flat, but the plants died. Occasionally, they earn a little money doing some window cleaning and selling their home baking. But I could see that Sam was really deteriorating.
What's wrong with that eye?
right of centre.
Where's he go with that, Sam?
The muscles are too relaxed because Kit.
What?
Kit is relaxes all the bodily systems.
Yeah.
Including the muscles. What heroin Kit does, heroin Kit stroke heroin, it relaxes all the bodily systems. All the bodily systems slow down. My eye muscles so relaxed, so
right. Anyway,
my right eye, so
right, yeah,
right
yeah,
eye's
yeah.
like right
Okay.
of centre.
Yeah, right, so.
Right of centre.
Ray and DL were holed up at a prostitute's flat, paying her rent money from their earnings. When DL landed back in jail, Ray decided he'd had enough. He left Glasgow with a bottle of methadone to ease his withdrawal and sorted out his family problems and various debts. In running away, Ray had made the brave decision of confronting his addiction head-on. And as for me, well, it was naive to think I could finish this project unscathed. I'd risked my mental health, physical well-being, and personal liberty. Various sacrifices were made. I split with my long-term partner. She'd grown sick of how screwed up I'd become. In so many ways, I knew I'd blown it. I'd been dragged in deeper than I'd originally wanted, but nevertheless, my motives remained clear: to present a fair appraisal of the addict's life. This is not the land of cool rock musicians, beat poets, or decadent writers. This is Britain year 2000. Passing into the new millennium, the addict's enslavement continues and is likely to remain that way until a new approach is initiated. As their veins collapse, they move from arms to feet to neck and eventually shoot deep into the groin. They shoot to feel normal, to stop the hellish rattling. There's no great pleasure in it. So I've decided to close this chapter of my life. I have to move on. There's no going back now. No more. I think.